Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I'm grateful to Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan for inviting me here. And I'm very lucky that this is my fourth consecutive CFO conference. I attended two in Islamabad, one in Karachi, and this is first one in Lahore. So I'm grateful to the President, Saifullah, the Vice President, Sami, and all the other council members and managing committee members of ICAP. And I want to congratulate ICAP for initiating this annual conference. In fact, two conferences in a year. And the continuity you are showing, the management you did in the last few years, this is commendable, this is beneficial, not for the members of ICAP, but for the industry at large. I'm also grateful to Zishan, my friend, and my guru and my elder brother, Hafiz Muhammad Yusuf Saab. So my topic is investment opportunities, the overall landscape, the factual status of our investments, and what should be the way forward. So before sharing my views on the subject, I want to share that these days I'm writing a strategic policy paper, and the title is Rethinking Pakistan's Investment Landscape. And actually, I am working on the National Investment Plan for 2035. This is a one-decade plan for 2025 to 2035, where I'm working on every aspect of our investment based on data and the recommendations for the state of Pakistan. I also want to share a disclaimer that I'm not representing any specific government. I'm a pure professional and technocrat, and whatever I will talk for the state of Pakistan. So my friends, these days, all of us are very confident and very happy after this Pakistan-India escalation and the results and the resilience we showed, the escalation and post-escalation time, what we experience is the unity amongst nations, is calculated response from Pakistan. And as per our information, this was something outstanding. What I am receiving from entire world, from my foreign friends, that our image built up very well, our morale is high. But our enemy is not weak. And I strongly believe that without progress in our economy, without progress in multiple other avenues of our country, this is difficult to manage any external threat. So the priority of a state of Pakistan should be to set our house in order. And without a strong economy, without exports, and without good numbers in investments, this is difficult to manage today's globalized and challenging world. So I want to start with few numbers I shared, by the way, last year also in Islamabad, that as per the current census, Pakistan's population size is around 250 million. And by 2047, this will cross 400 million. 40 crore, when we will be 100 years of age. Out of our entire population, the 65% population is under 30 years of age. It's a huge, huge bulge. It's a huge opportunity, as well as it's an alarming situation also if we are not fixing our landscape. And with the population of 250 million, Pakistan today is the 5th largest nation in the world. This means that we are not a small European or Middle Eastern or African country, but we are world's 5th largest nation. So whatever we are planning for this country is based on this data. So India is number 1 now. Last year they crossed the population of China. China is number 2. US is number 3. Indonesia is number 4. And Pakistan is number 5th. So it's a huge opportunity. As far as Pakistan's investment landscape is concerned, There are two periods. One is 1988 to 1999, and one is 1999 till today, 2025 May. So in the first period of 11 years, the net FDI we attracted was only $5.5 billion. And in the last 25 years till today, we attracted around $50.5 billion as a net FDI. So this is total around $56 billion in last 37 years. And this is around $1.6 billion per annum. In the last 25 years, this is around $2 billion. In 2006, we attracted around $5.3 billion, and 2007-8, we attracted $5.4 billion. In 17-18, we attracted around $2.8 billion. Otherwise, overall, throughout this 25 years' time, including last few years and this year as well, our net FDI is around $2 billion. From 1999 to 2008, during the General Musharraf's era, we attracted $18.9 billion. From 8 to 13, during PPP tenure, we attracted $9.8 billion. During the PMLN tenure from 13 to 18, we attracted $10.3 billion. And during the PTI tenure of 3 years and 10 months, we attracted $7.7 billion. During the PDM-1 government, we attracted $1.55 billion. During the caretaker government of Senator Cocker, we attracted $863 million during their 5 months tenure. And in the last 1 year, during the PDM-2 government, led by Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, so far we attracted around $1.7 billion, and my forecast is that this will be around $2 billion again. So there is continuity in only one thing in Pakistan, and this is our FDI, the net FDI after all the outflows. So all of you are chartered accountants, and you know balance sheet better than anyone else in this country. What are you doing in your own organization? So what we are doing in our country, the balance sheet is very clear. And this is the data I shared from State Bank of Pakistan. These are the authentic numbers. So if we are doing the comparison with the regional countries, so last fiscal year, 9 African countries were behind us. We were behind the 9 African countries, including South Africa, $9.5 billion, Egypt, and then Ethiopia, this was $3.5 billion. And there's countries like Mozambique, Uganda, Namibia, Congo, they were performing better than us. This is all about the African countries. If we are doing the comparison with our regional peers, so India was around $49.47 billion. Indonesia was around $47 billion. Vietnam was $36.67 billion. China was $33 billion. UAE was $30.7 billion. Qatar was $29.1 billion. Saudi Arabia was $13 billion. Bahrain was $8 billion. Turkey was $11.5 billion. Malaysia was $8.9 billion. Despite the turbulence and the political instability, the Bangladesh was $3.5 billion. And the Central Asian countries also performing very well. For example, Kazakhstan attracted $18 billion. Uzbekistan attracted $9 billion. Azerbaijan attracted $7.7 billion. So this is the comparison. And by the global standards of investment, the formula of FDI is that your FDI, anyone's FDI should be the 3%, minimum 3% of your GDP. So our GDP was $376 billion last month. Now this is $410.96 billion. So as per the GDP formula with FDI, your minimum net FDI per annum should be over $12 billion. And we are continuously attracting $2 billion. And here is an alarming position. So there is a need of big rethink, and there is a need of collaboration, and there is a need of serious reforms of your ministries, of your divisions, as well as fixing the entire foundation of your investment. Because without fixing this foundation, you can't manage a country like Pakistan with 250 million population. And we are here the classic example of ad hocism and short-term planning. And this is the case of every government. When I joined the government, this was the same case, today is the same case, and earlier governments, same case. For the last 37 years, we attracted only 56 billion US dollars as the net FDI. So this is my part one as far as the Pakistan's data is concerned. The African countries and the regional pairs are confirmed. The GDP and FDI formula is concerned. And where exactly we are standing despite all the tall claims and all the propaganda, all the positive thinking. We should be positive, we should be optimistic. But as we are running our organization, we should be realistic. Because without the realism, you can't plan the strategy of any country, whether Pakistan or anyone else. So this is my part one. My part two is that if we are comparing India, India was behind us till 1991. Their GDP was behind us, their economy, their overall corporations. Today, there is no comparison as far as the economy is concerned. After Dr. Manmohan Singh, he was the pioneer of modern economy of India. They continued the legacy, they continued the policy. So I found two reasons where we are standing and where India is standing as far as the economy is concerned. One is their education infrastructure, and second is the continuation of governments. And education is not about only IITs and IIMs, but the overall education infrastructure they created in the last 70 years. Now they are producing world leaders. Over 50 global CEOs of the MNCs are Indian nationals. I mentioned about their FDI last year. Our IT export is $3.25 billion. Their IT industry size today is $290 billion. And out of $290 billion, $200 billion plus only is their IT exports. So there is no comparison, though we should learn from the regional players. We should learn from their good practices, the case studies. We are talking too much about Saudi Arabia. This is another story. What we are experiencing in the last 10 years, today Riyadh is the most happening place in the world as far as the business and economy is concerned. Their public investment fund size is over 1 trillion today, and by 2030, they will cross 2 trillion. The 2030 Expo is happening in Saudi Arabia, 2034 World Cup is happening in Saudi Arabia. They decided to be the powerhouse of every sector of their economy. They don't want to be the oil-rich country only. But this happened overnight? No, never. When Mohammed bin Salman became the crown prince, he also took a pause. There was one ad hoc policies, but for 6-8 months, they took a pause and they planned the entire strategy, which is Vision 2030. And one thing we should learn from Saudi Arabia, because I'm working closely with Saudi government, especially the investment minister and his team, that they did the course correction as well. In 2023, they realized that this Vision 2030 is over-ambitious. What they implemented in 2024, entire 2024, now the size reduced. And this is all about 65% of the original plan. But now this is doable. So this is a learning for Pakistan if they are doing something wrong. in investment, in export, in overall environment, overall business landscape, the continuation of policies, the competence issue, the legal issues, the justice issues. We should plan something accordingly. We should do the course correction. Because what the May 2025 is teaching us, prepare yourself for the future. And I believe that this is a big opportunity for Pakistan. And there is a need of unity amongst the nation, despite our political differences, to collaborate and move forward. But for some specific goals, move forward with a strategy instead of ad hoc policies. Because as I said, that no one can manage a country of 250 million with ad hocism. So we should understand this point. And by the way, there is too much talk about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, I guarantee you with complete responsibility, is beyond serious to invest in Pakistan. Our strategic relationship with the military is excellent. This is their requirement, and we are managing it very well. The finance minister to finance minister relationship is very good. All these issues are good. But as far as the investments is concerned, we are hearing that billions of dollars are coming. In last 15 years, from 2010 till today, we attracted only $490 million as net FDI from Saudi Arabia. And this is the authentic number. Rest is all subsidies, donations, and the facilities of the petroleum and everything because of our strategic issues. How much they invested in Uzbekistan, a country of 35 million only? Any idea from the audience? Zishan? Anyone else? Saifullah Saab? Saudi Arabia invested $21 billion only in last 5 years in Uzbekistan only. And now they are committed for $12 billion for the next 3 years. So in 8 years, their total amount is $34 billion. This is the factual status. So they are not wasting our time. We are wasting their time. So I believe that the country strategy is flawed as far as the Saudi is concerned. And I will cover a few points that how to fix it as well. I personally believe, I shared the numbers of FDI. FDI is actually a barometer, is an evaluation criteria for understanding that how effective are your investment and business policies for the investors. But in a country like Pakistan, I personally believe that instead of focusing on FDI, we should do our 90% focus on our existing investors. And this includes the foreign investors as well as the Pakistani investors. If we are evaluating the top FDI countries, one thing is common, and that is that they all are facilitating their existing investors. There is one common thing. So Pakistan should learn, because if your existing investors are happy and satisfied, if you are providing legal cover, if you are facilitating them, if your cost of production is less, they will automatically engage the FDI as well. They will do the JVs, they will do the collaborations. So this is very important to focus on your existing investors, as well as to design a long-term policy for minimum 20 years with the guarantee of 10 years of continuation of policies. We also should design, and this is a hard talk, I will take 2 minutes. There is one SIFC, there is one Board of Investment, and there are 4 Provincial Board of Investment. And result is $2 billion every year. Every organization is working for a same target with different resources in different directions. There are over 150 employees of SIFC and there are 300 employees of BOI. The provincial boards are separate. So there is a need to merge all these under one umbrella. And there is a need to collaborate for one strategy for Pakistan and the facilitation and collaboration amongst all of them. Because right now, what is happening in this country, that Pakistan of Imran Khan is different, the Pakistans of Sharif is different, the Pakistan of Bhuttos is different, and the Pakistan of military is different. Again, as I mentioned in the beginning, that you can't run a country like Pakistan with 250 million population, with 4 different types of Pakistan, or the ad hocism. So what is needed, I will try to cover in the next 2-3 minutes. That we should understand that the State Bank of Pakistan started Roshan Digital Account. This was a scheme started during the COVID, RDA. This is not an investment scheme. This is the deposits of only 15-20% Pakistanis deposited their minor percentage of investments or savings. The current number of State Bank of Pakistan is $9.4 billion. We all know about the Dubai leaks. The official number is $9.8 billion. This is official transaction of Pakistanis. The unofficial number is over $31 billion. So if we are calculating this official number 9.8 and RDA 9.4, this is $19.2 billion. And we are begging with IMF for $7 billion. So my entire message is to fix your own house, facilitate your own existing investors, whether Pakistani investors or the foreign investors already invested in Pakistan, and provide them facility, provide them an environment to create wealth, provide them legal cover with continuation of policies for next 10 years. This is the only recipe to move forward from here. And this is the time to rethink and big rethink about where we are standing. We should accept the picture in black and white. We should critically evaluate and plan everything accordingly for next 20 years. There are multiple other points. I'm available here for any question, but because of shortage of time, I am closing my talk here. Thank you, ICAP. Pakistan Zindabad.